All right, we rolling? All right. All right, what's good, everybody? Yeah, it's me, Kojo Karl. I'm back with another video after so long. You know, it's been a long time since I did What Pisses Me Off, and since I did 10 Things I'm Scared Of. So now I'm back with Weird Thoughts.
Oh damn, look at how I made it. That's something that I gotta be saying one day, but let that day come soon. Living good, gotta feel like deja vu.
You know, occasionally I get these thoughts that are like, this is not normal thinking, but I had to write them down and, you know, present them to you and just to share with you what goes on up in the noggin sometimes, and maybe you can get a laugh out of it, maybe we can all share in the weirdness. So without further ado, Shazam! So a while ago, long time ago, I was on a plane, and then the pilot was speaking, you know, giving announcements. But he had one of those very boring, calm voices. I mean that's a good thing to be calm, but his voice was just generic. So the weird thought came into my head: what nationality would make for the funniest pilot? And I just couldn't come up with any other nationality but Jamaican. And I know it's from some old movie I watched, but I knew Jamaican would be the perfect pilot voice because they would do something like this. Ladies and gentlemen, this is your pilot speaking. Yes, we are about 20 hours from our destination, but we are approaching a bit of turbulence, so I caution you to buckle your seat belts because it's gonna be a bumpy ride. Once again, I thank you for flying with Jamaican Airways. Yeah, man. Like, if I heard that over the PA system, like, I would just crack a smile and be like, this truly is life. So the other day I was watching the old Spider-Man movies, the Tobey Maguire ones, and I realized that Peter Parker is Spider-Man, and that Spider-Man is Peter Parker. The weird thought that came into my head was that, so Peter Parker worked at the Daily Bugle, and his job at the Daily Bugle was to take pictures of Spider-Man. So Peter Parker was getting paid to take pictures of himself. In modern day, Peter Parker would basically be a Kardashian or a famous IG model. And I was like, that's pretty dope. Man, Peter Parker was getting that, getting that, you know, that IG money. But yeah, moving on. So one weird thought that I've had was once when I was in the kitchen, I was making myself a sandwich, you know, for lunch. And I was asking myself, should I put butter on the bread? I mean, I like butter. But then this weird thought came into my head. It was like, why not put butter on the bread? I mean, you have the necessary butter application skills, okay? You are qualified to do that. It kept getting weirder because I kept thinking, look, there's a lot of things in this world I'm not qualified to do. Like fly a plane, be a doctor, be an Olympic swimmer. But when it comes to butter application, when it comes to my buttering skills, nobody can take that off my resume. Nobody can strip me of my butter application expertise. And so, yeah, I buttered the bread and had myself a good lunch. And that was that. All right, so one day I was in the bathroom, I was about to brush my teeth, and I had 2 tubes of toothpaste. Try saying that 5 times fast. One of the tubes was empty. The other was full up, it was brand new. And so I grabbed the full tube of toothpaste and I was about to put toothpaste on my toothbrush. So this weird thought came into my head and it was like, oh, okay, so you a rich man now. You making 6 figures. You're so rich that you don't have to cut the bottom of that empty tube of toothpaste no more like you used to do back in the day, because now you got money. And I started feeling bad because I was like, that's true, man. You know, we all know that we all know the hustle. When the toothpaste is almost finished, you don't go open a new one. You cut the bottom and you scoop whatever's left out. That's how we do it. If you can, go put it under a car tire, back the car tire up on it and get that last drop. Until that last drop is gone, you don't open a new box of toothpaste. That's what my mama taught me. And so that day I was just at a dilemma, sitting there with the empty tube of toothpaste in one hand, the full tube of toothpaste in the other hand. And my weird thought that day probably saved me from making a very uneconomic decision. And I'm thankful for the weird thought that day. So on this occasion, I was in the kitchen, all right? I had sliced an orange and then I got a phone call, so I went into another room and I forgot about the orange. So after the phone call, I was like, oh my God, I forgot that I made an orange. Then this weird thought suddenly pops into my head. How are you gonna claim that you made an orange? Did you create it? Did you combine spices, combine different ingredients and make it? No. How can you claim what Mother Nature made? Like, how you gonna just disrespect Mother Nature like that? And at that moment, my head was actually tired. I was like, really, bro? Really? I mean, you're gonna just put that on me right now? You're gonna put that kind of guilt on me right now? I'm sorry, it was a poor choice of words. I shouldn't have said I made an orange. I should have said I cut an orange. But yeah, so poor choice of words resulted in this weird thought. On to the next. When I was young, and even sometimes now, whenever I would find a dead hair, a dead hair can be a white or a gray hair. It's very rare when you're young you find any of these. But when I would find one, I would think that I am wise beyond my years. I am truly a living relic. So one day I was on my way to go drop off a package when I was doing this internship at this office, right? And then there was this lady at the front desk, the receptionist, she was kind, and her name was Linda. And I always thought, one day if I ever had myself, my own office, my own workspace and everything, and I hired an assistant, a personal assistant, what would I name her? I mean, obviously she's gonna have her own birth-giving name, but in my head it's like, yo, what kind of assistant name would I, secretly give her? So if it's a woman, I was thinking I would name her Donna or Brenda. But if it's a guy, I think I would name him Ollie or Marvin. I feel like years and years of movie and television have just really solidified these names as the perfect, secretary or personal assistant names. So yeah. Yeah, this is a weird one. So whenever I would take a piss, I go to the bathroom to take a piss, and the piss lasted longer than 10 seconds, the weird thought will come into my head that I can't believe I just let this go to waste in this toilet. I mean, I could have filled up a whole swimming pool with all this piss. I could have set a world record, and now I have no evidence of it, all because it's flushed away in the toilet. Yeah, weird but sad. Weird thoughts. Yo, thank you for watching, man. If you watched all the way to the end, man, then I rock with you. I really rock with you. I love making these videos just to entertain myself and entertain whoever is, in the mood to watch. And, I don't know what's next. I don't know what I'll drop next, but hey, we'll see what it comes. But hey, I got music, vlogs, whatever you want to call it, all out for you to check out. You haven't checked out my latest EP. I think I'll put it right here. Yo, that joint right there is fire. Even checked out my last, skits and stuff, man. Skits and vlogs, man. All that is fire too. And we're gonna do this all day. You know how we do it, baby. I'm not gonna bore you with some long speech because y'all have already been hearing me talk for the last minute or so. So have a good one. Stay safe. Keep it real. What it do, baby? All day.
Then you spread your arms wide like you about to fly. Then you shimmy, yeah. Alright. Yeah. This can be your morning exercise. Okay, that's a lie, but there's one thing you cannot deny. What's that? That after doing it, you feel good inside. How you still sitting down? Get up and give it a try.